Hello, 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 everybody. It's Wednesday. My mic's a little off. Hello. Like I said in my my stream announcement there, it's going to be a short one today. Unfortunately, I agreed to go into my in-person job tonight. So, unfortunately, guys, I have to cut the stream short because I'm going to be paid to go in and kiss puppies. So, you know, my life is so hard. We will be working on this comic, though, and I really don't have much Lorch for you except for a Patreon leak. So we're gonna be listening to that. Luckily, I don't have to show any video for that. You know, Malcolm said there was a way to raid on YouTube. I wish I could figure out how to set that up, because then I'd have you guys raid Lily, because that would be really fucking funny. Because she's got nothing better to do than to stream in silence and grunting noises all day. I've got almost 100 people. Welcome, thank you. I'm honored to be your background noise, by the way. So, we will be listening to Lily bitch about her life while I draw gay space rocks today. I meant to set up the panel for this next one. We might just ink, though. Oh, wait, my sketch was on the... Oh, shit, my sketch for that was on the same layer, and I just hit it. No, come back. Wait, that wasn't... No, that's the one I need. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one for right now. So, I'm still working on the Wolfenite comic. I still haven't gone into what her actual color scheme is gonna be yet. But I probably will be doing that on Discord, so now is your chance. Courtney's also streaming? Dear God, we're all streaming today, apparently. Go support Courtney after me, then. Go raid her instead. You called a deer head a pony? I think I saw that message earlier. You were like 2, though, right? That would be pretty funny to see a kid, like, point at a mounted head and go, pony! Oops. I didn't mean to scroll. No. So yeah, I'm gonna ink these bits over here today. I've already been working on it, as you see. I have been working on Switcheroo, everybody. So there. You know, people saying I don't work on it anymore. It's because paid art always comes first, guys. I do get, like, paid to do things. If y'all would give me, like, $2,000 a month on Patreon, I could make Switcheroo my full-time job, but alas.
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. Why the smiling critters? What's that about?
Oh, that's for when I'm working on stuff for Cougar. Actually, I did a thumbnail for him recently. Let's see. It's still in my, not still in my recents, but I can go get it. You guys can't see the folder I'm looking at right now because I don't capture my desktop like certain people do. Unfortunately, Clip Studio has, like, a different instance for, like, everything it does. It's very strange. Where the hell is my Smiling Critters folder? The recent one I did was cute, not sexy. It's the dichotomy of, Cougar's channel. I'm either drawing them cute or I'm drawing them sexy. It's, one or the other. I've stuck to Smiling Critters because they're, like, easier to draw. He keeps saying, you want to do murder drones? You want to do murder drones? And I'm like, I'm not really familiar with drawing those characters, Cougar. I'll stick with the fucking furries. So yes, this is the kind of thing I get paid to do a lot of the time. So there you go. I've also been
John
working...
Williams celebrates 2 months of membership.
Hey, thank you. I've also been doing thumbnails for Ant recently too. I don't know if his new video is up yet, but I did another thumbnail for him, so you guys can enjoy that. Smiling Friends is different than Smiling Critters. Smiling Critters are from the Poppies. So, yeah. That's why I have them up there for reference. Just ignore that. Don't worry about that. Okay, so the Smiling... So as far as I understand, I haven't played Poppies yet, but I've seen, like somebody had me watch the boss battle with, Catnap before. It was actually pretty awesome. It kind of reminded me of Amnesia and, Soma a bit. So it got me a little interested. But as far as I know, the Smiling Critters were a line of toys the Poppies was making. And, but they were using, like, real human experimentation, as you do in mascot horror, you know? So... We're probably not gonna do videos today, Jaden, just because I'm gonna listen to this 24-minute audio by Lily, which will probably take like an hour, and we're gonna be working on the art. We're actually gonna be working on art today, guys. I'm not gonna spend like an hour like bitching about Lily and Twitter fights I've had. Isn't that refreshing? Who would win, Steven or future Steven or Sailor Moon? That's hard to say, actually. Is couldn't Sailor Moon just do her finisher move on him and just like insta win? That's usually how those fights go.
John Williams sent a super chat. Hey Say, let's storm Area 51. They can't stop us all.
Let's storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. There you go. I don't know what you're gonna use that for, but thank you for the super chat.
Unless you wanted me to say it in Olivia's voice. In that case, let's storm Area 51. They can't stop us all.
Luckily my fucking nose cleared up a bit. I was complaining on stream last night that I had like a splitting headache and a sore throat, and I thought it was fall allergies, and I was correct. Because after I took a Claritin and used the fucking heavy-duty nasal spray I bought at the fucking grocery store the other day, I feel so much better. I can do my Olivia voice today, hooray! I'm still a little sniffly, but it's like, it's so weird. I get worse allergies in the fall than I do in the summer. I can't explain it. It's like things dying makes me more allergic than things being born. Sailor Moon would need Steven like stand so long enough to charge up her attacks, right? Yeah. I mean, he can slow down time. So anyway, so while we listen to my grunge music and I draw, we're gonna listen to Lily bitch and moan about how hard her life is. So you guys ready for this? We're gonna do some lurching. We're gonna do some lurching. So you're gonna hear Lily's disembodied voice in your head right now. Don't be alarmed. I'm playing it in another tab.
So as you guys are aware, I get harassed and concern trolled a lot. And one thing that's been coming up a lot lately as a result of a lot of that harassment is that I don't much care for my job. It has a lot of headaches to it. I have to...
Again, her job that she has assigned to herself. And she says she wants to be a niche channel, but then also says, I just have to bitch about these children's shows to pay my rent. Lily, walk down to the subway you DoorDash from all the time and get a fucking job. That's all I gotta say to that.
I have to deal with near constant harassment and near constant stalking. And on top of it all, I've been sick for the last few months, which is kind of...
Lily, you don't get, like, people don't get harassed just for being a YouTuber. I mean, yeah, chat harasses me, but it's all in good fun, I think. Unless you're all here giving me money because you're secretly laughing at me, which, whatever, I get money. Lily's probably over on her stream going, stop sending me super chats, it
Angels Art and
hurts!
Gaming sent a super chat. Smiling critters were Playtime Co's creations made from play care orphans. Catnap put kids to sleep and gave nightmares. Chapter 3 is kinda morbid.
Maybe I need to fucking play Poppies. I don't know. It's like, I know I do all this fucking art for it without really like knowing the full story. It's terrible of me, I know. But a lot of times I'm doing depictions of fan comics anyway. But yeah, no, that catnap boss fight was pretty gnarly. I was digging it, so maybe I'll play that eventually. We'll throw that on like the game list of games for me to stream blind or whatever. This is why I loved streaming games before. It got me through games I meant to play and just never got around to, because performing for an audience makes me actually sit down and fucking do it. As pathetic as that might sound. But you guys enjoy watching it, so hey. Lily calling Psy stream sugar baby? Just cause people actually... Does she know what a sugar baby is? A sugar baby would be if I was giving you guys money and you'd be my sugar babies. She can't ever even use fucking terms properly.
Kind of kicking my ass. I'm wondering if it's stress. Might be stress.
Might be your terrible diet and the fact you never exercise or go outside, Lily. It could be that, too. Maybe check for fucking mold in your house. Clean the microwave on your desk.
Now that I think about it. Anyway, one thing that's been coming up as a result of this is that a lot of the people who are making my job a living hell will then turn around and say, well, I really just care about Lily, and it seems like she really doesn't like her job.
I don't care about you, Lily. I don't want you to lose a source of income still, even after everything you've done to me.
Igor sent a super chat. I am now harassing you.
Oh no,
Winking
stop sending me.
face.
Guys, you need to directly donate instead of sending supers. This is painful for me. The little whistle noise hurts me that I set up myself.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. First, Lily turned off super chats. Second, she thinks I'm weird for making Bonnie's day out, even though she loves the art I did of G and Bonnie.
She complains all the time that she's struggling to pay rent and she turned off super chats? What is wrong with her head? She doesn't even have it set up like I do, where you guys can use super chats to throw in your own J2 cents whenever you want, which I enjoy. I mean, I'm joking right now saying, you're hurting me. I like that. I like that chat has a way to, like, you know, put their opinion on screen for a couple of bucks, you know? I enjoy that myself. When I was first starting out getting serious about streaming, I was trying to decide whether I was gonna do super chats interrupt me or I do all the super chats at the end like some of my favorite streamers, and I just decided I like super chats being a dynamic part of the stream, personally. So I went with, I didn't go as far as Red X. Red X makes himself sing a song every time somebody super chats.
Append of Guinness sent a super chat. Stalking and harassment, odd way to spell criticism.
I know, right? Thank you again for all your super chats. Alright, I said I wasn't gonna do any videos or anything today, but apparently I am obligated to do a live dub right now. So we'll interrupt Lily for a moment to do a Wani live dub, because we'll all enjoy that more.
Kaiji sent a super chat. Take that sigh. Money is painful.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? I'm gonna dry my tears with this money later. Hang on. So apparently I need to read this gaming roast as Olivia. I expected a fan comic. I don't know what you're gonna do with this, Kaiser, but okay. Where's my fucking browser screen? Here we go.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. I caught Lily saying it in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, that's right. You had the first 20. Yeah, I'll have to listen to that later. Maybe I'll listen to it at work. Hang on, I was just taking a drink.
You cheated not only the game, but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing.
Angels Art
That got
and Gaming
interrupted by a
sent a
super
super
chat.
chat.
Ah, the
More
pain.
money for the sugar baby. Take the pain.
Thank you, thank you.
You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing. You experienced a hollow victory, and there's another super chat
Big
coming.
Red 89,000 sent a super chat. Lily Snorkard's logic is eating cereal with a fork and complaining about why it's not like eating spaghetti.
That is an oddly good metaphor. A very strange, oddly specific metaphor, but a good one. Thank you for the super chat. Alright.
You experienced a hollow victory, nothing was risked and nothing was gained. It's sad that you don't know the difference.
That's someone saying, I beat Sekiro's final boss with cheats. Okay, but you're like a fucking games journalist, you fucking asshole.
Doodly Ding Dong TikTok sent a super chat. Hope these $2 hurt. Huh.
I hope you can stitch that together, Kaiser. Otherwise, you could just animate Olivia being interrupted by super chats. Which would also be very funny. Anyway, okay, putting the music back on. Luckily, you can't hear the washing machine in the background. I think it stopped. I'm gonna go change my laundry soon. Because, of course, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta work today. I haven't washed my scrubs yet. Oh, shit.
Append of Guinness sent a super chat. Snuck into Lily's recent serum and shit was born.
It's always boring. Lily will just sit there with like 5 minutes of dead air, like refusing to entertain her audience, and then just... I still can't believe she turned off super chats. Why do you hate money, Lily? She's like, you have to give me money just through PayPal, even though they also take a cut. Is she gonna be yelling that her fans should be selecting friends and family on PayPal soon next, you know?
Goblin GRL Gaming sent a super chat. Lily help, I need monies. Also Lily, no, not like that.
Maybe she just doesn't like it because you only get your super chat money and your ad revenue at the end of the month. People on YouTube get paid on the 21st usually. Olivia would be a streamer, yeah, and then people would bitch about her voice, and then she would, like, and she'd constantly, just like I was doing, be glugging on stream. Anyway, let's get back to Lily. We're only, goddamn, as always, we're only 40 seconds into the fucking audio. Ugh. Yeah, I like belatedly realized that I hadn't washed my fucking work clothes yet, and I was like, oh shit. Actually, before we get back to Lily, let me go check on my laundry, see if I can just move it over right now. I'll be right back. Nah, it's still spinning. I'll go change it over closer to 4. Alright, let me get this off the screen. We don't need to see the audio file I'm playing. You guys want to see me work on Wolfie? I think. I don't know. Half of you come here for different reasons.
So maybe she should quit and get a new one.
Yeah, Lily, go get a real job. Or at least if you're struggling to make ends meet with YouTube, get a part-time job in addition to YouTube. What is... I thought she was a ghostwriter, though. How is she so hard up for money?
You know, just do the thing I've wanted you to do this whole time, you know? Which, personally, I find is generally a sign that the...
Yeah, so, like, Lily, how many times have I said, no matter how much you've dehumanized me, had me doxxed by your minions, all the shit you've said about me, I still don't want you to lose one of your income sources. Because I'm just that kind of person. I don't care what a piece of shit you are, I still want you to be able to eat. Because I'm a fucking secular humanist. And that's how I think. So even after all that, no, I don't want you to quit YouTube. But I will continue to make fun of your dog shit opinions.
Might be stress, now that I think about it.
I backed up a little bit.
One thing that's been coming up as a result of this is that a lot of the people who are making my job a living hell will then turn around and say, well, I really just care about Lily, and it seems like she really doesn't like her job, so maybe she should quit and get a new one. You know, just do the thing I've wanted you to do this whole time, you know? Which, personally, I find is generally a sign that the harassment isn't working. You know, as Movie Bob once put it, Twitter...
Lily, no one is harassing you. They're telling you your opinions are fucking garbage. Recently, Lily went on this big tear.
John
thank you.
sent a super chat. Here's 5 quid. Suffer. But on an unrelated note, what's your favorite Elder Scrolls DLC?
Shivering Isles. I don't even have to think about it. Shivering Isles. I think I said that on last night's stream too, that I think the Shivering Isles is one of the best game DLCs ever created for anything. I fucking love it. But yeah, what was I even saying? But... like, Lily, people aren't harassing you just to get you to stop making YouTube videos. They're not even harassing you. They are criticizing your fucking dog shit opinions. Like, recently, yeah, okay, I remember now. She went on this big tear that the honorific Kun is only for boys and the honorific Chan is only for girls, and that is very, very reductive. And she was insisting that some manga about a trans girl called, Let's Go Hibari-kun, or something like that? I don't know. Is misgendering the trans character because she is called Kun in the title. Even though you can call girls Kun, it's very common, especially in business scenarios, but also in high school. Chan, you would normally only call someone you're really close to, and it's very affectionate, and it's very diminutive. Kind of like saying, oh, you cute little thing. That's what Chan is. So, you usually only say it... you usually only say it to, like, small girls in your family, or close family friends, or close friends, like close girl friends will call each other that.
Achoo. Sorry, Lorch, I'm allergic to whiny bitches. Also, Inyaden on when your last Lily stream will be back up. I only got to watch halfway through.
By my estimation, it should be back up tomorrow. It's usually 10 business days from the time the counterclaim goes through, and the counterclaim officially went through on the 13th. So, Lily struck down the stream on 9/11, and the counterclaim went through on Friday the 13th. Which is just amazing. I also spruced up the thumbnail. Oh, there's Shaboon. I'm wondering where you were. Your fan club was waiting for you, Shaboon. If you get a little out of hand, though, I'm just gonna ban you, because you're not even funny anymore. You're just fucking boring. Anyway, I did spruce up the thumbnail, though, because I couldn't leave it in the shitty brace face style. It was too much for my poor perfectionist soul. Where is it? What the fuck folder do I have it in? I'm so disorganized. You guys can listen to the Katamari music while I try to find this shit. Oh, there it is. So I spruced up the thumbnail a little bit. I couldn't take it. In my original design, I did it in like 3 hours, so it wasn't very good. So that's the new one. I left this space blank down here because this is usually where this is a pro tip for anyone looking to get into YouTube. So down in this corner is usually where the timestamp is, and it can get pretty big on the image, depending on the size it's being viewed at. So at smaller sizes, the timestamp will take up more space in this bottom corner. So you usually don't want to put anything important in this bottom corner whatsoever. That's my YouTube pro tip of the day here. Doesn't Dion look great? I had to go more in my own style. I had to make it look better. I couldn't take it, man. Sabun-chan! Anyway. So, yeah, the second Shaboon hit the stream. So yes, that VOD should be back up tomorrow. And like, Lily, like, oh yeah, that was one thing I should probably point out. Let me go find it on the Twitter.
Roxana Nava sent a super chat. The new thumbnail is pure art.
Thank you. Here's YouTube like going, yeah, we totally definitely hear you, and we totally are doing something about it, even though we're fucking not. So here's what Lily said recently. She like basically admitted.
Send her for another.
She just admitted she intends to keep falsely
That's
copywriting.
all right. She'll do another response. She'll do another response video to my video on Nom Nom Nami, and I'll send her for another 10-day streaming timeout.
Lily, do you think copyright striking me makes me unable to stream for 10 days? Plot twist, I'm streaming right now. I've streamed yesterday. I streamed last week. So, yeah, so she just, like, fully admitted on Twitch that she fully intends to continue to falsely copyright strike me. So, like, YouTube, could you fucking do something about, like, copyright system abuse for once in your fucking goddamn lives? I know somebody who has a channel manager, though. Maybe we can get their ear. So, I've been thinking about that. But yeah, and like I was at work when somebody discovered this clip, and Ant went running right to Twitter with it. He was on that shit. It was funny. And I was still kissing dogs. Yeah, real base, Sabine, admitting that you're going to fraudulently use the copyright system against TOS, which could put your own channel in danger of being terminated. That's real based. That's a good idea Lily has right there. I mean, I'm not gonna cry if she loses her channel, but I still personally would not want her to lose an income stream. That's just me. That's just my own ethics and principles. So, anyway, back to Lily's bitching that she put up on Patreon for her little sycophants like Astrid in here.
There is not real life. So the fact that they're
Astrid is Sabine's real name, or at least real handle. And I know you're still in Lily's Discord chat, Sabine, because you're her little sycophantic minion.
might be stress, now that I think about it. Anyway, one thing that's been coming up as a result of this is that a lot of the people who are making my job a living hell will then turn around and say, well, I really just...
No, Lily, you make your own job of living hell. You mentioned you're doing the nom nom nami video, and you seem to think I'm gonna react to that? Why the fuck would I? I don't know anything about those games. I would have nothing to say. And unlike you, I don't comment on shit I'm not familiar with and have nothing intelligent to say about.
Care about Lily, and it seems like she really doesn't like her job, so maybe she should quit and get a new one. You know, just do the thing I've wanted you to do this whole time.
Go work at Subway, Lily. I've rewound this too many times.
Which, personally, I find is generally a sign that the harassment isn't working. You know, as Movie Bob once put it, Twitter is not real life. So the fact that they're basically now just trying to get...
Oh yeah, Twitter's not real life, Lily, but you keep bringing up bullshit people keep saying on Twitter about me and to me. Like, that counts. So, are people on Twitter fucking mouth-breathing retards or not, Lily? Make up your mind.
Me to quit on my own, you know, kind of like Lindsay Ellis, is generally a sign that...
Okay, A, Lindsay Ellis is still making videos. She has been making videos on Nebula this entire fucking time. And B... Didn't she have a couple of kids, too? I think she was fucking busy, bro. You know? Christ. And yeah, what got her driven off, fucking YouTube was stupid. It was absolutely stupid. Basically, all Lindsay Ellis did was say, can we come up with a genre name for this thing of, like, ripping off Avatar: The Last Airbender, and she said that about Raya the Last Dragon. And of course, because she's a middle-aged white woman, they decided that made her racist, even though a million other people had said it before, but they were all men, you see. So, but yeah, everybody and their fucking brother said Raya the Last Dragon looked like a ripoff of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it fucking was. So she had a really bad... She handled it poorly, I should say. She tried to, like, apologize to the people, and then, of course, that didn't work, because they don't want an apology. They just want to tear somebody down. And then she, like, made kind of, like, a way too personal video about her issues, and it was just not a good... You should just fucking ignore people. That's why you should just fucking ignore people like that. Because they are stupid. They are stupid, and they are just looking for an enemy of the weak to yell at. You know? That's all it is, but yeah, don't fucking compare yourself to Lindsay Ellis, Lily. You are not her.
That they're getting kind of desperate, so I'm good with that. But it is...
Why am I getting desperate? I have made thousands of dollars making fun of you, Lily. You can go right on ahead and keep running your fucking mouth.
Funny that people think that I should quit and get a new job, because I know people like to think that YouTube is some cushy, relaxed job, but it's really not. It's very unstable, and you
Yes, I agree, which is why I, like, resisted becoming a YouTuber. And I love all these people that are like, you built your whole career on Lily. And it's like, I'm not a career YouTuber. I have no intention of being a career YouTuber. The reason I'm a streamer is because I'm better at just talking off the cuff. But I mean, I still put work into my fucking channel now. I've been putting work into this channel ever since I suddenly had 3,000 subscribers to be responsible to. Something you wouldn't understand, Lily. You do not understand being beholden to an audience. You know, you just don't.
Igor sent a super chat. If Lily worked at Subway, Jared Fugel would quit.
Isn't he in jail? Like, I didn't even mean to become a YouTuber. My friends have been begging me for years to become a YouTuber. They're like, you're so funny, Sai. You should be a YouTuber. And I'm like, I don't know what I do. I'm not good at, like, writing scripts and performing them. And I thought being a YouTuber meant I'd have to do video essays, but streaming has become a very popular thing on YouTube now. So, and this is where my strengths lie. So there. But yeah. The fuck was she saying?
Basically, and your entire method of employment lives and dies on the whims of the audience.
So get a part-time job, Lily. I have a part-time in-person job for a reason. For one thing, it gets me out of the fucking house and away from a computer screen for a bit and doing physical labor. And then I also do art commissions, and I do art freelance, and I build websites for people freelance, and I do all sorts of things. So get a job outside of YouTube.
audience, which, as you might be aware, is also the case in a lot of jobs. If I were to go get a job in, say, retail or a call center or office work or, you know, the service industry, which is...
Oh god, I would love to see Lily in any one of those professions. She would quit or be fired after like 2 days.
Probably where I would have to go. That's pretty much where everyone my age works nowadays. I might have a slightly more stable income, but the headaches still persist. People will act like a YouTuber being resentful of their own audience is some kind of sin. Like, it's just... It
is, kind of, Lily. Being resentful of your own audience is not a healthy thing for an entertainer.
Max Mallard sent a super chat. Disliking some aspects of a job is normal. If you're calling your whole career a living hell, that may be a sign to find something new.
Exactly, and like, you built this audience, Lily. You only have yourself to blame. The kind of people you draw to you will be reflective on your behavior. So like, yeah, maybe you wish you had a different audience than you do, but you have the audience you have. And they are there to listen to you, and if you don't keep their attention, they will go somewhere else. That's how that works. But Lily doesn't make videos or stream with the purpose of entertaining an audience. She just wants to be adulated, and she just wants to be told how fucking super smart she is, and how great she is, and draw in vulnerable people that she can groom. That's the entire purpose of her fucking channel. Like, I used to think that idea was crazy, that Lily's channel is only there to attract vulnerable people she can draw into her inner circle. But everything seems to fucking point to that. Like, apparently she'll invite people to her friends and family server, like, after talking to them for, like, an hour on Twitter. You know, it's creepy. I don't know how much of it is conscious or on purpose, but she's definitely predatory. Saboon says, how many good writers would have stopped working if they gave up because they hate their work? Saboon, most artists hate their own work. Where have you been? If you don't hate your own work as an artist, you are probably one of those people who's like really Dunning-Kruger and thinks you're great and you're really not as great as you think you are. You know, every artist hates their own work a little bit, at least.
Like, it's a no-no. It's something you don't do. It's like, oh, I've seen more than a few videos basically suggesting that when YouTubers are revealed to hate their fan base, it shows their true colors. But go into
It does, Lily. You are a servant to the audience. You are here to entertain people. If you can't do that, and you hate the people you attract, that's a problem. That's a you problem. You have cultivated this audience. You only have yourself to blame. I don't know how she doesn't get this.
But go into any other industry where you have to deal with entitled people in a situation where they get to do what they want consequence-free, like, for example, retail.
Yeah, retail, Lily, which is not entertainment. Yeah, retail sucks because you're stuck behind a counter and there are people like you, Lily, who will take advantage of someone not being able to say no to them. They will take out all of their personal frustrations on some poor bastard behind a counter because they know that person can't tell them off. And that is why retail sucks, and that is why I literally decided I'd rather clean up dog shit than go back into retail. After I had to quit my office job because it was terrible.
It's not all that different, honestly. In my not-so-humble opinion, what is ultimately the difference between some pick-me little bitch making videos about me to slander me because she doesn't like me and...
Yeah, she's calling me a pick-me now, which is always a good fucking sign to call a marginalized person a pick-me.
Wokador sent a super chat. Lily knows how to edit. She could easily use that.
Yeah, she can go edit for other people, but we know from Josh Scorcher that she isn't very good to work with.
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. I can't imagine hating my tiny fan base. Why, Lily?
Yeah, well, she draws the kind of crowd she draws, probably because she's insincere in the beliefs that she professes, and then she draws in people who annoy her. And it's like, well, it's her own fucking fault, isn't it? You only draw in people like fucking Astrid here. I don't know if she understands what a pick-me is. I don't know who I'm supposed to be wanting to be picked by disagreeing with Lily and telling her takes on media are dog shit. Lily doesn't seem to understand that she and I both have the same opinions on, like, the word queer and, like, anti-assimilationist types. Like, we actually agree on a number of things, Lily, which might shock you. And I'm not gonna be out here, like, denying that we do or just being a contrarian because we happen to have the same views on a couple of things. Because I'm not one of those fucking stupid-ass people out there. It's like, you have the same opinion on exactly one thing as a conservative. That makes you a conservative, you know? It's fucking retarded.
Append of Guinness sent a super chat. Artists are their own worst critic for good and bad.
Unless she's calling Ant a she, which I wouldn't put it past her. She's talking about me. Yeah, this is audio from Lily's Patreon. The farms got a hold of it because of course they did.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. We have 200 plus more viewers here than Lily's stream.
Yep, I have 264 on YouTube right now. I don't even know how many on Twitch. I can only see one count at a time through OBS. I wonder if there's another plugin I could put in to let me see the stats of both streams. I don't know. I've been kind of developing my stream tech as I've gone along, so.
Sent a super chat. Lily throws out buzzwords constantly.
She does. Buzzwords she doesn't fucking understand. Like her calling everything an open air prison for a while. You know? Hey, Space Frog! Space Frog is the actual literal college professor I have corrupted into internet culture. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
And wants me to go away, versus a Karen screaming at me and trying to get me fired because
You're a Karen, Lily! You're being a Karen right now! I love how she's like, she has made her career on criticizing the output of other people, but when somebody else criticizes her output, then, oh, it's harassment. Everybody that says my opinions are dog shit because I'm trans, and that's the only possible reason. Even though nobody fucking cares you're trans, Lily. Maybe a few chuds here and there on the internet are being fucking edgelords, but that is always gonna happen on the goddamn fucking internet. Where have you been? You're only 9 years younger than me. You must know what old internet culture was like. Come on now. You constantly talk about fucking Gamergate like it mattered. I see the super chat coming. I'm just waiting for it.
And of Guinness sent a super chat. She keeps calling people window lickers.
Yeah, and guess what, Lily? Window licker means the same thing as retard. It means that kid on the back of the short bus licking the window. So window licker just means retard. You're saying the same fucking thing. Yeah, she made some crack in her Wholesome versus Dark Media video about how, we just keep replacing the word retard with other things, and ever since then she's been replacing the word retard with increasingly worse and more ableist things than just saying retard, like thalidomide babies and fetal alcohol syndrome. Shit, like, yo! You being more ableist just avoiding saying retard, which I know you really, really wish you could say. And this is why you hate your audience, Lily, because you, being a fake progressive, have drawn in all these other little tiny fake progressives who are all just like a hair's breadth away from stabbing each other in the back for saying the wrong words.
I won't give them a discount. Oh, the antibiotics are wearing off. I am on so many drugs right now, you won't believe it. The doctors gave me oxycodone, which...
Okay, so antibiotics are so fucking, like, being on drugs. I'm gonna fucking take a toke just for that one. And I'm gonna put a little bit more weed in my pipe here. Hang on a second. Oh no, Lily, look, I'm doing real drugs on stream right now. I bet you would complain about that if, pointing out someone smokes weed as if it's a bad thing doesn't make you look like a fucking boomer. Which is why you said your sister, like, is on meth now, because...
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. I hate that word due to my past, but god dang Lily.
Got another one coming.
Append of Guinness sent a super chat. She said my mom drank paint thinner in utero.
Yeah, like, your mom must have drank paint thinner in utero. Does she mean your mother, when she was in utero, drank paint thinner? I mean... She never words things great. Hey, it's legal here. It's legal here. So there. But yeah. Lily used to try to go, Courtney smokes weed. She's so bad. What a druggie. But now that it's like quickly becoming legal everywhere, she's had to pivot and goes, well, now I meant she smokes meth and she does heroin. Yeah, that's the ticket. It's so transparent. Like, you just realize going, oh, weed bad makes you look like a boomer or Onision.
Is having to deal with an audience that is extremely fickle, joins and bails at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, Lily, because you're a piece of shit. Damn it. I was trying to get back to her saying, like, she's on oxycodone.
Making videos about me to slander me because she doesn't like me and wants me to go away. Versus a Karen screaming at me and trying to get me...
Why the fuck would I want you to go away, Lily? Your fucking dogshit media opinions are a fantastic springboard for discussing things. But the problem is you constantly talk about your personal bullshit in those videos as well.
Fired because I won't give them a discount. Oh, the antibiotics are wearing off. I am on so many drugs right now, you won't believe it. The doctors gave me oxycodone, which is heavenly. To me...
Lily Oxy addiction arc incoming, guys. She's gotta go the Rush Limbaugh route. Drugs are bad, but my doctors gave me Oxy, and I feel so good right now, guys. I'm totally not gonna get an addiction to opioids. Once you're getting an addiction to opioids, that would be, I don't know. I don't know if I would feel bad or not, or just laugh, but...
I don't really see much of a difference between having to deal with that every day versus having to deal with an audience that is extremely fickle, joins and bails at the drop of a hat, and is constantly demanding things from me.
Working in retail is just as hard as being a YouTuber, you guys, because while I sit in my house microwaving Hot Pockets on my computer desk and never going anywhere, sometimes people unfollow me, and sometimes they recommend anime to me. Do you know what a boundary violation that is? That's just like being screamed at by a Karen for 8 hours a day on your feet. You can tell she's never actually fucking worked in retail. You can tell, Lily, I've worked in department stores. It's fucking awful, but I've at least had the fucking experience.
Things from me. I think maybe the only thing I wouldn't have to put up with in retail is my audience babying me. I've been sick a lot lately, and basically...
I think, yeah, 'cause she's never fucking worked in retail. You've never had to deal with these fucking rude-ass people to your face, treating you like you're some kind of servant that they can boss around. You know, you never had somebody snap their fingers at you when they wanted you to go get something for them. And I can tell.
Basically, whenever the topic comes up that I am in fact sick and that I'm ill, the point comes up that where people say, oh, well, you should go to a doctor. Remember to have some soup. Like all that stuff. It happens.
People tell you to go to a doctor because you're sick and you're mad about that? Why? And you're just like, you have the sniffles, Lily. You feel like shit because you stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning making shitty-ass food, and you don't exercise, you don't go outside, you sit at your computer all day seething over your fans daring to recommend shows to you or sending you super chats. Like, fucking hell.
Indie Gotcha sent a super chat. Lily, in being oppressed, Mojo Jojo voice.
I don't even, like, go into, like, the personal issues happening in my life right now, but Lily can't have much going on if this is what she has to grasp for to go, poor me, poor me, poor me.
Happens, like, many, many times. So I'll get, like, 10 or 12 comments telling me, you should have some soup. And it's like, I know it's well-meaning, but it is...
I'm so annoyed that when I say I'm sick, my fans say, go have some soup.
Why does that make you angry? Why? Have you considered maybe you're just a miserable piece of shit? Like a misanthropic narcissist who hates when other people have autonomy outside of you? Have you considered that, Lily? Go buy some Campbell's Chunky Jambalaya to cure your colds. You know that jambalaya isn't a rare fucking ethnic food. Please.
Very infantilizing. Like, you're treating me like I'm not a 30-year-old woman who...
You're acting like this isn't a normal thing to say. This is how you know she doesn't socialize either. It's like a normal thing to say, oh, you feeling down? Go have some chicken noodle soup. Like, everybody does that. Like, it's like saying, how's the weather today? Or, you know, how you doing?
Guinness sent a super chat. God forbid people show concern for you, Lily.
I didn't expect this to be so funny.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat, because Lily has mommy issues.
Yes. But, like... I just...
Goblin GRL Gaming sent a super chat. Lily, people carrying ABT me? Ew.
We got another one coming for $10. Thank you very much.
Improv B sent a super chat. As someone who works in retail, I would rather be in front of a computer screen at home earning income that way than having to push the thoughts of murdering my customers out of my head on the daily.
Having worked in retail
Tyler
as well,
Preston
yes.
sent a super chat. Lily, you and your stupid kindness can go to heck. Rock Josiah sent a super chat. No one is owed an audience. If people leave, it's because you can't entertain them, Lily. No one is
Exactly.
obligated to hang around.
Exactly. She thinks people should come just because she's
Lazarus
her.
sent a super chat. My fans care about me. How dare they?
But yeah, like, Lily, you want to talk about entitlement. Nobody is obligated to have an audience. Nobody. Especially not you.
But just thinking like, ow, people should stick around just because I'm me and I'm great, you know?
Chipmanly93 sent a super chat. People care for me? That's trans-misogynistic.
She is like so close to just saying that, isn't she? Everything's trans-misogynistic these days to her, you know? You could tell her like she's like just installing something wrong and she'd be like, what are you, a transphobe? You know? The most strokes have been decriminalized here in Canada for a while. Weed's been legal countrywide here for a bit too, as recovering addicts. Fuck you too, Lily. Yeah, like weed has been legal in the entire country of Canada for like since what, 2018? So of course, like going, ow, so-and-so smokes weed isn't like
Sent a
controversial
super
anymore.
chat. Lily is doing a mean-spirited version of haha you care about me.
I don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. I wonder what Lily would go through on ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. I've heard of it before. What is it though? I'm just gonna check.
Majin Lifestyle sent a super chat. Sigh, as a fan of yours, I can appreciate that I can tell you to have a nice day and you won't respond back by telling me to kill myself.
Yeah, you would think that would be like a baseline level for interacting with your fans, right? Let's see. Ayahuasca is a plant-based psychedelic. Psychedelics affect all the senses. Yeah, I know what psychedelics do. I just want to know. Oh, they put it in a liquid. Okay, cool. So it must be similar to peyote then, right? Only I think they smoke that. Ah, interesting. They mostly have it as a tea. Personally, I would never do psychedelics. I would not trust myself on them. I would be too concerned about what I might do to myself. So yeah, because I have like an anxiety disorder, and part of me likes to be like in control a lot of the time of myself. So I don't think I would enjoy psychedelics personally, but I have wanted to like microdose those magic mushrooms.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. Lily thinks this is reverse psychology. It's not.
We're only like 3.5 minutes into the fucking audio. This always happens with her because she's always so wrong about everything she ever says. Alright, I'm gonna keep it going though, because we've only got like 1 more hour.
Do things for herself. I really don't like that. And I've actually had to deal in the past with people basically with when I say
People assume I don't know how to drink soup, and that upsets me.
stop babying me, stop mothering me, and then some people go, no, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna keep doing it. Excuse me?
Okay, Lily, you can't just assume when you say something that every single one of your fans absorbs it like a fucking hive mind. You know, you can't just say, I decree that you can no longer tell me to eat soup. And then the next time someone says, you should have some soup if you're feeling sick, you go, no, I told you guys not to do that. Like, your fucking fandom isn't like one big blobby mass of hive-mindedness that all, like, absorb your decrees as soon as you make them. This is why I compare you to fucking Chris Chan. You just have very, very disordered thinking.
I had to tell several people who have actually, like, refused to abide by that their behavior is intensely creepy, and I would not feel safe in a room with.
Telling me to eat soup is intensely creepy, unlike anything I do. But flashing books about incest on screen all the time, that's not creepy. Telling me to eat soup when I'm sick, very creepy, very boundary violation. What's going on about? This is insane!
Oh my god, I should add a soup sticker. You're right, I should.
Lazarus sent a super chat. I am genuinely not sure if she's really like this or if she's pity baiting because she secretly needs people to fuss over her and worry for her.
That is always the question, isn't it, Lazarus?
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. How dare your fans be concerned, Lily. Jeebus.
Like, she's been going on for like 1.5 minutes about soup. And how soup is the most violating thing that's ever happened to her. Like, again, it's like a normal small talk response. Oh, you have a cold? Eat some chicken noodle soup. Like, yeah, a lot of people just say it without thinking. Who cares?
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. Here, Lily, consume the soup.
I'm gonna have soup. I'm gonna have soup for dinner tonight.
Food, canned food.
Yeah. I'm gonna have soup for dinner tonight just to fucking spite her.
A friend of Guinness sent a super chat. Sigh, go eat soup. And bread.
Bread. That was a little faster than the super chat voice. That's okay. She's a little slow, Ivy.
Jane Marty sent a super chat. Good soup.
Good soup, yes. Go get yourself some Campbell's Chunky Jambalaya, Lily. Or is that like a horrible boundary violation worse than you having your minion dox me?
Room with people who so flagrantly disrespect my wishes like that, but oh.
Flagrantly disrespect my wishes to not tell me to drink soup when I'm sick.
Doc and Na sent a super chat. Soup killed my grandma. Okay? Lily probably.
Examples you can come up with. You have no problems in your life, Lily, if this is one of your primary fucking concerns. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, why is this so dumb?
Hey, that's another thing my stalkers like to jump down my throat for. You know, I assert reasonable boundaries with my audience, and
Max
they lose their fucking minds. But
soup from the soup dragon.
Soup from the soup dragon. Thank you for all the super chats, all the soup chats. Haha. See what I did there? Anyway, what? Reasonable boundaries. Screaming at people for just giving like a normal small talk response to you saying I have a cold. Like that, no, Lily, that's not reasonable. That is not a reasonable fucking normal
Improv
thing.
B sent a super chat. Jambalaya sticker when?
Oh, it should be just jambalaya, shouldn't it? I fucking love jambalaya. I love andouille sausage. But yeah, Sabine is saying I'm stalking Lily. No, wasn't it Lily in her artist meltdown video who said that people can't expect to have control over something they willingly put on the internet themselves? Lily willingly put this audio on the internet. Therefore, she no longer has any control over it. So, get fucked, I guess, you know?
the kicker is, in any terrestrial job, in any normal job, and I haven't worked a normal job.
Terrestrial job?
Are you on the moon? I guess you could consider the internet extraterrestrial technically, like it's its own layer of reality, but I don't think that's what she meant. I think she's just also misusing words she doesn't understand.
Job in 10 years, but I worked enough of them to know that I was completely sick of the concept. It's a lot easier for one person to just,
I worked 2 days at Tim Hortons. I know what having a real job is like.
When I say, stop babying me, stop mothering me, and then some people go, no, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna keep doing it. Excuse me? I've had to tell several people who have actually, like, refused to abide by that their behavior is intensely creepy, and I would not feel safe in a room with people who so flagrantly disrespect my wishes like that. But, oh hey, that's another thing my stalkers like to jump down my throat for. You know, I assert reasonable boundaries with my audience, and they lose their fucking minds. But the kicker is, in any terrestrial job, in any normal job, and I haven't worked a normal job in 10 years, but I worked enough of them to know that I was completely...
I haven't worked a normal job in 10 years.
A friend of Guinness sent a super chat. Lily is an effing alien confirmed. Moon soup.
Moon soup? It sounds like something Cave Johnson would make. I didn't steal this, Sabine. Somebody else stole it. I am just playing it. Again, she put it on the internet. She no longer has control over it. Oh well. But yeah, Lily.
I worked at Tim Hortons for a day 10 years ago, so I basically know what it's like to have a real job.
Okay, Hassan. You gotta tell us streaming is the hardest job in the world next.
Was completely sick of the concept. It's a lot easier for one person to just get you fired. One character.
I was so sick of the concept of working in fast food and retail. Yeah, so is everyone, Lily, because it sucks.
But you are lucky enough to be able to survive on your shitty YouTube channel and whatever government benefits you get. So maybe stop fucking complaining that your life is so fucking hard when you live pretty goddamn comfortably compared to a lot of people in the world.
Karen kicks up a stink and you get fucking fired. And your hours are unstable. And there's so many trade-offs.
Your hours aren't necessarily going to be unstable at a regular job, Lily. Maybe they just didn't want you on the schedule because you were an annoying cunt. You know?
And people say, well, isn't your mental health worth it? My mental health would be worse in one of these jobs. And I decided to make that point clear by kind of telling...
Okay, so stop bitching about the job you have assigned yourself and you could make videos on goddamn anything.
John Iestek sent a super chat. It's clear Lily has never tasted glorious rosal. Steaming bowl.
God, you guys are making me hungry. But yeah, like, Lily, look at me sitting here fucking getting super chats just for sitting around talking, making fun of you and drawing. Like, you could be doing this. You turned off super chats on your stream, though, so stop bitching that you don't make enough money. You know, what is the matter with you?
Kind of telling you a few stories of shit I've had to deal with. And the main underlying crux of this is that...
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get some stories out of Lily, but hang on a second. I'm actually gonna BRB for a sec, because I kind of have to pee, and I'm gonna go switch over my laundry right now. You guys might hear a thumping fucking, drying machine in the background, because I'm such a good streamer. I'll be right back. Fuck you, Jared. I don't use dryer sheets. They're a scam. Anyway, I only have like 2 pairs of scrubs right now, so I have to wash them constantly. Those puppies will chew holes and everything eventually. And there was a couple of pairs I had that I kept patching and sewing up, but they're just, I had to throw them away. They were just useless by now. Maybe that's what I should do with my YouTube money. I gotta buy some more scrubs. But I don't want no scrubs. Anyway, soup. Let's hear all the bullshit. Well, this is a Hawaii part 2. We're talking about that music.
Super chat. Lily has the most first world problems.
She does. You can always look down in the corner here to see what is currently playing through iTunes. So this is part of Hawaii part 2, which I'm a little obsessed with. Because Dan got me into it before I even knew it was like a resurgent meme. I like a lot of weird music. A lot of weird music I can play on stream because YouTube allows me. Yeah, I'm a scrub. Scrub is a guy, can't get no love from me. I grew up in the 90s. Of course I listened to TLC. Anyway, let's hear what Lily's terrible life problems are that are just like so unique to her and definitely. Oh, is Hato here? Hello, Hato.
If you work in retail, one person can get you fired. But if you work a job I do, as unstable and nightmarish as it might be, it's really hard for one person to get you fired. Because
well, gee, I wonder if I'm gonna get your channel terminated by, you know, constantly telling YouTube that you're abusing the copyright system, Lily. Again, I personally, and I think I'm the only one, because people disagree with me constantly, I would not want you to lose your income stream, no matter how big of a piece of shit you are. But that's just me, because again, I have my principles and ethics that I stand by. Unlike you wouldn't know what that's like.
there isn't a boss that somebody can appeal to. I'm self-employed. I ultimately make the decision as to whether or not my channel stays up or goes down.
You don't get to make that decision, Lily, because if you do something that violates TOS, you can be yeeted off of YouTube, because guess what? You're not self-employed. You are contracted to Google. You get your Google AdSense, right? You are an independent contractor, technically. You gotta pay taxes on that money. I hope you pay taxes on that money. Because if you don't, there might be a problem, Lily. I'm not quite sure how it works in Canada, but I imagine it's very similar.
There's nobody else making those decisions. It's just me. So you end up with people who don't want me to have a platform and are also very angry at the fact that they can't actually take that platform from me. And
well, yeah, there are definitely people who don't want Lily to have any kind of platform because she has a history of, like, fucking grooming people. And she abuses the people she does draw into her inner circle. There's a couple of people in chat today who will probably attest to that. You don't have to, though, if you don't want to. No pressure. I must put. Oh, we got Candle Queen playing. What perfect background music for Lily. Oh my god. Like I was planning this.
And it pisses them off. But anyway, here's some stories of jobs that I ended up working at. My first job was at a Tim Hortons. Way back in fucking 2020.
As far as we know, that was your only real job.
12, I want to say. No, August of 2011. Yeah, I was 19. So my first job was at a Tim Hortons in August of 2011. And I had to deal with a lot, and I do mean a lot of jackasses, both on the customer side of the counter and on my side of the counter. One in particular.
Yeah, Lily, that's working in fast food. Ooh.
I had to deal with was a coworker at one of the stores, because I got bounced around to a different store every time. Like I never had.
I wonder why. Maybe they just needed a body to work, you know, like.
Or a steady place I was working. I just went to multiple stores over and over again. It's fucking asinine. But one person I had to deal with at one particular store, her name was Candace. She was the baker. So I worked the night shift. She was the baker. And I worked out for. On our first shift together, I said nothing to Candace. I said nothing. I just started. I just did my job. I worked the counter. I stocked the things. I cleaned. I did everything I was supposed to do, and I handled customers. That's how night shift went. You had one person.
I really doubt you did everything you were supposed to do.
A pint of Guinness sent a super chat. Lily and Michaela flashed their bobas on stream.
They sure did. I'm surprised she didn't lose her fucking YouTube over that, because that is definitely a TOS violation, and now she's abusing the copyright system, which, Lily, if you keep doing that, you are actually putting your channel in danger of termination. So just keep that in mind, especially if you really, really, really don't want to lose your platform. I'm sure without the Korra video blowing you up back in the day, you would have a hard time crawling your way back up to 140k subs. If you had to start over, I'm just saying.
Stocking it for the morning shift to deal with the morning rush, and then you have a baker who's stocking all the food. But anyway, at one point during the shift, I was carrying something out of—
sent a super chat, but I want them destroyed, meow. Hi, Sai.
Hi, Cryo. Thank you for the super chat. I want them destroyed, meow. Courtney stated that your mother offered you to the job at Tim Hortons because she worked there and you quit for a day all because you didn't like it. Oh, so it was like, you needed nepotism to get hired at Tim Hortons, Lily? I have a funny story, by the way. Remember that office job I mentioned? It was at a printing place. And guess what I did, Lily? I made the coupons for a lot of the Tim Hortons in the Midwest. In fact, I redesigned their entire menu. That's my connection to Tim Hortons. So, if you've ever been to a Tim Hortons in like Minnesota or something, you've probably seen the menu I designed.
out of the storage room, and I almost bumped into Candace, and I just did the usual, oh, sorry, and I just circled around her, and she glared at me. She gave me this vicious fucking glare. I had no idea what the fuck that was.
Probably because 19-year-old Lily would have been like a stinky mall goth. You know, not even a good mall, like the strip mall nobody goes to.
That was about. But then a little later in the shift, I asked her if she knew where the Timbit cases were, because they weren't where I would expect they were. It was a different layout for the store. The stores have very different layouts depending on the year they were.
Yeah, I got a gift basket from one of the franchise owners with like a nice Tim Hortons mug in it. Unfortunately, I broke it after a couple of years, but
they were made. I like the old ones from the 90s, the ones that kind of have a bit of a bar vibe to them. So I asked her where it was, and she scoffed at me like I didn't know how to do my own job. Pointed them out, and then just said,
Lily, you have been like holding a grudge against this random woman for one interaction for like, let's see, she would have been how old is she? I can't do math in my head. So she's 32 now, and she was 19 at the time. So for the last 13 fucking years, you not only remembered this random woman's name from a job you barely worked, but have been seething about her apparently glaring and scoffing at you one time. And you want to talk about anyone else holding a fucking grudge? Jesus Christ. You have done so little in your life that this one instance from 13 years ago at a fucking Tim Hortons still eats you up inside. Like, what the fuck? Oh, geez, I was systematically verbally abused at my last job for like 5 fucking years, but you go off, Lily.
You can do your own job and you think you're all that. Excuse me? You think you're all that. Bear in mind, this was the first time I had actually spoken a sentence to this woman. And she was accusing me of being arrogant and smug. Like, what? And that was—
Well, I mean, maybe the smug just follows you like a slime trail, Lily, because that is how you come across at all times. So if you haven't changed much in the last 13 years, well, yeah, Flame Eagleheart, I didn't expect this to be so fucking funny. Like, ow, I'm being stalked and harassed. I hate my fan base because they violate my boundaries by telling me to eat soup when I'm sick. And now I'm bitching about a single incident at Tim Hortons 13 years ago because my life is just that empty. Like, oh my god! No wonder she only released this on Patreon. Only her fucking sycophants would go, oh, Lily, you're so right. Nobody suffers more than you, Lily. I don't know why I did it in that voice, but...
Owen sent a super chat. You should make a soundboard out of these.
Well, you know what happened? Thinking I really should use voice mod again. I fucking paid for it, so... eventually I'll get voice mod set back up again so I can have a soundboard, because soundboards are fun. And I'm always jealous when Malcolm is using his and Deadwing is using his and they're doing funny shit with him.
This is a bit of a watershed moment for me because I'd kind of grown up with a major problem. Is
a watershed moment! Some bitch being rude to you once in a Tim Hortons.
Why?
Seriously, so few things have
Igor
actually
sent
happened
a
in your
super
life
chat.
with this.
Open wide, Lily. Pot of food. Spoon.
Like, so little has happened in your life, you're still seething about one bitch maybe being rude to you 13 years ago, and since you're such an unreliable fucking narrator, Lily, I'm sure there was a lot more to it than this. And I'm sure you've always been a fucking annoying little shit.
that people would tell me, oh, your attitude is inappropriate. We don't like your attitude. Your attitude is bad. We don't like...
Gee, Lily, if you keep hearing that you have a bad attitude over and over again at every place you've ever been interviewed or employed at, maybe that's a sign.
Max Mallard sent a super chat. To be fair, I remember a Just Eat customer I fondly referred to as the Sauce Lord over one typo in their positive review.
Fair enough. Sometimes things stick in your mind for weird reasons. But, like, watershed moment, yeah. Yeah. This is like a turning point in Lily's life. One person at a job she quit after a couple of days telling her she has a bad attitude, because she does, and apparently always has. Okay, we got the clown rap now. Good music choices, random iTunes
I don't like
selection.
your attitude. And I never knew what they meant. Like, imagine being an 8-year-old kid being told that your attitude...
I never knew what they meant by me having a bad attitude.
Well, maybe you should fucking think about it and do some introspection then, you goddamn retard. This is like, God, this is so funny. She just keeps telling on herself while trying to make herself out to be a victim.
I'm such a victim because people tell me I have a bad attitude and glare at me when I'm being annoying and being a little shit.
I can't.
Attitude is a problem. And it's like, I don't know what to do with that information. It's so easier to vocalize your thoughts as a child when you're an adult. It's like...
Maybe like, you don't know what to do with information. Maybe you should, like, think about that information and say, why are people saying this to me? Why am I constantly hearing from various different people that I have a bad attitude? If you considered maybe it's
Lazarus
you...
sent a super chat. So let me see if I understand. Lily cries when someone is rude to her, and gets mad when people are nice. At this point, I think she should just become a hermit and go live in a cave somewhere.
For everyone's sake, yeah, like, Jesus, like, what it really is Lily just wants everyone around her to be in her control. That's all it comes down to, really.
John Williams sent a super chat, who remembers that Twitter artist that made a comic that detailed an abusive coworker, only for the comic to show the artist was actually the annoying one.
Oh, the new guy stuff? Because that was like, that's Lily right there. Hang on a second. Yeah, here it is. I found it. I found somebody's joke tweet about it, but here, well, this is Lily to a fucking T right here. It's like, what's so funny?
That millionaire gamer bro douchebag totally got robbed.
Hey, how would you like it if you were robbed?
Oh, well, I can tell we're gonna be the kind of coworkers who become good friends.
Wow, really?
Hell no!
Like, yeah, this is supposed to be the I'm right and based and you're dumb type of comic, but like this dude like literally did nothing wrong. And like everyone just started standing the new guy, bald dude in the comic, because it's like, yeah, this is how you come across if you're an annoying cunt and you don't know that you're an annoying cunt. You know? It's exactly what it is. Oh, Space Frog knew about that one. Oh, you're learning, Space Frog. He looks like a total trauma character. He kinda does.
I don't know what to do with that information because I don't know what you mean. Now, I'd had problems with behavioral issues growing up, but
Oh, you
so
don't
I
say!
kind of assumed they might have been related, but they were always so unreasonably vague. And I got this from teachers and I got this from my father a lot.
John Williams sent a super chat. No, wasn't new guy. It was a furry lion.
Oh, it was a different one that's just like that? No, well, new guy was the first one that came to my mind. Oh yeah, the one that was like saying, "Teehee, I'm stealing supplies from an art store. I'm so quirky," and it's like, no, well, you're robbing from a brick and mortar art store, which are very quickly dying, so you are costing them revenue, and they will probably not be able to remain open. You fucking jackass. But you have these whole, oh, it's always moral to shoplift because I really, really want the thing. Fuck off. Fuck you.
Always complaining about my attitude. But once I got that same complaint from somebody who I had not spoken 2 fucking words to, except to ask where something was. And then I got that, and that was a bit of a watershed moment of, wait a minute, were they all bullshitting? As I grew.
No, Lily, that should have been a watershed moment of, wait a minute, am I the asshole? But no, apparently for the last 13 years, you've just been doubling down with, no, it's everyone else who is wrong who tells me I'm an asshole. You have been told your entire fucking life by various different people that you have an attitude problem, and you just simply will not believe it. And then here you are bitching that your fans tell you to drink soup when you're sick. Yeah, you have an attitude problem. Fucking fix your shit.
I grew up and got older, I learned that yes, in fact, they were bullshitting. An issue of there's.
And now she's saying, yeah, it is everybody. It's everyone else. It couldn't possibly be me. It's everyone else. Lily, you weren't trans when you were 19, so what was your excuse back then? You can't say they were just hating me because I'm trans then. So what the fuck? Why is this consistent no matter what you identify as? Maybe think about that for a second. Christ.
There's a big issue in both parenting and education. People with small amounts of authority, particularly over children, are very, very, very narcissistic. And they...
Okay, I do concede that I think Lily might have been abused by a teacher as a kid. And this could be where that's coming from. But this is also just horse shit. So...
love that power. And I'm of the opinion that for a parent or a teacher, an ego is the instant killing blow. If you are a...
The only reason parents discipline their kids is because they have an ego.
parent with an ego, you are going to be a shit parent. If you are a teacher with an ego, you are going to be a shit teacher.
And if you're a parent with an ego, you are going to raise a shit kid like Lily.
Chipmanly93 sent a super chat. Am I so out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong.
And she's saying the children are right, at least when she was a child. She'd probably say children are not right anymore, though, if they told her her attitude sucks and her videos suck. So, yeah, Lily, that's yo!
Always be motivated by preserving your ego first and foremost. That was ultimately the vibe I got from Candace. I was like, are you just mad? Like, how angry are you? Now,
Lily, I don't believe for a single second you didn't do something to piss this woman off ahead of time. There's no goddamn way. And of course, you are recounting the story 13 years later with nothing but your word to go by. Why should I believe it went down exactly like you said it did, especially when you have been proven to be a chronic fucking liar?
This was a problem throughout the entire year I worked at Tim Hortons. Candace had a problem with
entire year? I didn't know. Even if Courtney is exaggerating that you only worked there a day, I highly doubt that you worked for an entire year at a normal job. There's no way with the way you behave that you would last that long anywhere. And that's why you haven't had a real job for 10 fucking years, Lily.
Verbally abusing her coworkers constantly. She was just nasty, she was vicious, she was just vile. She was the kind of woman
Just trust me, that's one random woman from 13 years ago that I worked with briefly, whose name I remember for some reason, was totally a bitch, guys. Just take my word for it.
mother taught my sister to be. And a lot of people just kind of smiled and took it. They just smiled.
Now she's gotta loop it back around to Courtney. I'm not gonna rewind anymore though because I have to go in like 45 minutes.
They took it. They just like took the verbal abuse because apparently Candace was going through some shit where she was like at risk of losing custody of her children. Gee, I wonder why. So they kind of
So this overstressed single mother in danger of losing custody of her children thought you were copying an attitude, and that's her fault. Yeah, at this point I'm on Candace's side. Oh no, this woman with real problems called you out on your shit, Lily. And you've been seething about it for 13 fucking years.
So they kind of just let her verbally abuse. I was the first person who didn't. When she started throwing more bile at me on our second shift, I just immediately had enough. Like, I was just like, nope, I'm not doing it.
In our second shift, and you decided she was a complete fucking bitch on your first shift with her. Yeah, Lily, I definitely think you're telling the story accurately. I totally fucking believe you.
I grew up with this shit for most of my fucking life. I am not dealing with it here. And I just say, Candace, shut the fuck up, get back and finish your bake. She did not like that. She was livid. She was like,
oh, no shit! An adult working hard to support herself and her children who she is in danger of losing custody of wouldn't take the new guy saying fuck you to her. This fucking 19-year-old kid saying shut the fuck up to her. Oh, go figure, on your second day at work, she didn't appreciate you telling her shut the fuck up and do your job when you were fucking new and subordinate to her. What is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, Lily! Like, you couldn't write something
Sent a super chat. This is so illuminating. This is why she is so arrogant. She deluded herself into thinking that everyone saying she's a bitter prick are the problem.
Yeah, she's always had this fucking self-important attitude, apparently. Like, on my second day at working at Tim Hortons, I told my supervisor to shut the fuck up, and that was her fault. Like, if you wrote this as a fictional, unreliable narrator, people would tell you it's too on the nose. If this was a 4chan green text, people would be calling fake right away. You know? Like, oh my god. In fact, somebody transcribe this onto 4chan as a green text and see how people react.
like, she complained about me for the next few months. She wanted me fired so fucking.
She wanted you fired for telling her to shut the fuck up on your second day working. Yeah, go figure. Holy shit. Yeah, this is why you can't have a normal job, because you can't work with other people, Lily.
Fucking badly. And she tried on the next few shifts to be the same abusive bitch she always was, but I basically said, Can't.
She's the abusive one, and I told her to shut the fuck up, even though I was her subordinate.
This, get back there and shut the fuck up. It was just a stone.
So you kept saying it over and over again.
I kept telling her to shut the fuck up and go back in the kitchen. She was the abusive one.
Holy goddamn shit! This is unreal! I'm so glad I decided to listen to this on stream. And I'm listening to it blind, by the way. So this is why I'm so fucking gobsmacked.
Stonewall. It was just a simple, nope, I'm not taking that behavior today. Get the fuck back there, shut the fuck up, do your fucking job. And after a while,
Lily, could you sweep the floor?
Shut the fuck up and get back in the kitchen, Candace!
Yes, I'm listening to it blind. Shut up, Kaiser.
This just didn't say fucking boo to me, except occasional petty passive-aggressive remarks, because it was clear I wasn't just gonna sit down and take it, which is what abusers want. They want people who.
And you know, if it's true that your mom got you this job, Lily, and you're a little nepo baby, that might be why she couldn't get you fired right away for insubordination on your second fucking day.
Will sit down and take it. If you ignore it, if you just take it on the chin, that's exactly what an abuser wants. They want an easy target. We ended up getting a new employee.
This one woman Tim Hortons, who didn't like my attitude and didn't like me tell a 19-year-old me telling her to shut the fuck up and just go bake, is an abuser. Not me, though. I have absolutely no self-awareness in this fucking situation. Oh my god.
A new employee, an elderly woman by the name of Stella. Stella was hired,
And how did you mistreat this one? Because it seems like it's always women, huh, Lily? It seems like it's always women who draw your ire, isn't it, huh? You might wanna get a better therapist to unpack that.
as like after like someone in another store left, and then Stella was hired, and the idea was Stella was going to take my place at this store with Candace because Candace kept complaining about me, and I was going to be moved to another store. But almost immediately, now remember, this is a little.
Do you think maybe Lily kept getting moved to different stores because her mom got her hired? And people just couldn't deal with her fucking attitude and didn't want her around, so they just kept pushing her on other stores. I'm pretty sure that's what fucking actually happened here.
This is a little elderly woman. She was shorter than me. She was like 5 foot. She was like 5'5", and she was like 60 years old. And Candace just
Lily, 5'5" isn't short. What?
put her through the fucking ringer. New fresh meat. She started verbally abusing her. I didn't find out until one day.
You gonna give us any examples? Oh, no, you're not. Because it probably didn't happen.
I was given a shift at that store with Stella. So it was me, Stella, and Candace.
Igor
Wherever
sent a
I
super
worked
chat.
at that point, there was
Lily
always
confirmed
3.
Sexist?
I mean, fucking long time ago, yeah? Look at Christ.
people. I was the third person. I bounced around to a bunch of different stores. And some of my coworkers.
Yeah, Lily, it sounds like they kept bouncing you around to different stores because they couldn't fire you because of who your mom is, but they didn't want to fucking deal with you. And you're too fucking narcissistic, self-centered, and miserable to fucking notice.
And some of my coworkers really liked me. Like, the elderly coworkers really liked me because I did my
Dirk and
fucking
Danny
job.
Brown's Yard sent a super chat. If Lily thinks she's the good one in this situation, then I wonder if there's audio on her Patreon of her twisting the time she made school shooting threats into a good light.
Oh, maybe someone should send her a super chat about that. Oh no, she has them turned off. But thank you for the super chat on my channel. I will take your money.
Job. But when I had this shift with Stella, Candace shut the fuck up. And Stella noticed that. It's like, Candace is usually quiet. She's usually a lot nastier. And and she pointed that out. It's like, hey, have you ever worked with Candace before? It's like, yeah, I did. Have you ever noticed that she, like, was she ever nasty? Oh, the first few times, but I just wouldn't let that fucking stand. And
I'm sure this conversation totally happened this way. You're again recounting something that happened 13 fucking years ago. Like, you know, the more detail you put in a story like this, the less I fucking believe it. Because nobody has, like, perfect recall of exactly what the conversation they had was 13 goddamn years ago with their coworkers. Unless they have absolutely nothing else going on in their life and just have these little blips of activity. Which I would also believe about you, Lily.
at that point, it was just like, it was like a light went off for Stella, is the fact that, you know, when I'm around, Candace shuts the fuck up. And so it ultimately became to the fact that Stella kept asking me asking for me to be on.
So again, she's just bragging about abusing a woman. It's like when she would talk about Lizzie and say, oh, hang on, Denmark
Denmark
is
sent
super
a super
chatting me.
chat. You auto-played after the new Yahtzee review I was watching ended. What a pleasant way to start my day at 2 in the afternoon.
Thank you, Denmark. That's cool. I haven't watched Yahtzee in a while, but it's more because I'm not interested in a lot of newer games coming out right now, except for Dragon Age. Dragon Age is coming out now, that's all I care about. But yeah, she would say, I would berate Lizzie until she was crying and said things like, I like to think I'm a good person. She was so manipulative, that bitch. You know, like, it's the same thing.
Wokador sent a super chat. Lily is sexist and transphobic as hell. She calls Sai and Krim horrible nicknames while Land is just Antelling Whoa.
Oh no, she called Anta Jizrag, but that was about the only time, though.
To be on shift with her. Kept complaining to the manager. It's like, I want Lily on a shift with me because when she's around, Candace doesn't verbally abuse anybody. And I was put on that shift more regularly on the basis that, they started going through the cameras and they kind of noticed that when I'm in there with Candace, I don't say boo to her. I don't talk to her unless I absolutely need to. I don't strike up any conversation with her. And when I'm there, Candace just kind of...
They were totally watching watching the security cameras. Just trust me, bro. Like, we only have your word to go on that any of this even fucking happened, Lily. Like, yeah, I totally believe you.
Shuts the fuck up. So they kind of realized, okay, so Candace is complaining about, like, the work Lily's doing. But we see that Lily is doing her job. She's not really putting in the extra mile, but she's doing her job. And when she's there, Stella stops complaining about the verbal abuse. So we're just gonna put Lily there more often. So I got put there more often, and that was the end result, is that Candace shut the fuck up. Occasionally she would try and push. Sometimes it would be on the...
She is just going on bragging about verbally abusing the single mother of two, trying to make ends meet with her shitty Tim Hortons job 13 years ago. Like, the lack of self-awareness is astonishing.
Shift. Sometimes it would be on the morning shift, because I worked my last 2 hours were spent on the morning shift serving people coffee. And sometimes she would get, like, more mouthy. Every time I just...
Were you on the morning shift or the night shift, Lily? Make up your fucking mind. I know people can get bounced around between the two at a shitty job like this, but...
Turn around. Candace, shut up, get back, finish your bake. I've been working there for...
I highly disbelieve that you were able to stay there for a year acting like that. No one would keep you around for a year if you were constantly yelling at your coworkers, "Shut up, go do your bake!" Especially when they have seniority over you! What the fuck is the matter with you? Holy God!
There for like 6 months at this point. I'm speaking to this woman who's been working there for years, like I'm her fucking supervisor. Eventually,
Yeah!
Candace...
Lily? I doubt you got away with that for a year, and you wonder why people say you have a fucking bad attitude. You waltz in on your second day and start yelling at someone who you're subordinate to and telling them to shut the fuck up? I believe you only lasted 2 days now. You're just trying to say, I totally worked a real job once for like an entire year, guys. Ooh. Wow, aren't you special?
Candace was pulled from that store permanently because, like, just the complaints about how Candace's abuse was just getting more and more and more ridiculous whenever...
Or she left to get away from you, which is what it sounds like, because they wouldn't fucking fire you because your mom got you the job.
For I wasn't there. And so she got moved to the Cold Stone and I was never put at the Cold Stone. So that was the story of Candace.
And it's the Cold Stone.
A pint of Guinness sent a super chat. Shut up and make me some soup, Candace.
Yeah, some Tim Hortons had a Cold Stone attached to them for a while. I remember making coupons for that too. God, I'm getting almost nostalgic about making Cold Stone and Tim Hortons coupons. I think I still have some of the assets in my Dropbox, actually.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. You know, I'd report Lily too if I was Candace. Being circled while working by a 5 feet 10 inches man who's yelling at me for speaking up. I hope you're okay, Candace.
Yeah, Lily, you're leaving out that you didn't identify as trans at the time, and I think that is relevant. Because here, this grown-ass woman struggling to make ends meet is being told, "Shut the fuck up and do your job," by this 19-year-old boy whose mom put them in that position.
Tyler Preston sent a super chat. I'm getting legit mad as hell right now. I'm so close to screaming swears, but my coworker's baby is right here.
Oh wow, you're actually being considerate of your coworkers? That you've just been gaslit into thinking that's how you should behave at work? It's probably something Lily would say.
The story of Candace is kind of is why I tend to encourage people to just...
I am doing my comic job, Kaiser! I ain't, look, see? You're just abusing me, Kaiser!
Put their foot down with verbally abusive people and just not back down. Like, but after that, I ended up working at Burger King, and I worked there for about a year. So I worked at Tim's for a year.
After that, I ended up working at Burger King. Ah, you're really moving on up in the world, Lily. Now look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh too hard. I have never worked in food service. I will never work in food service because I know I can't handle it. It can be a hard job, but just pivoting from that into next I worked at Burger King. It's just, I don't know, it just tickled me.
Here, I worked at Toys R Us for a month. I worked at Burger King for a year.
The Toys R Us for a month? What happened at the Toys R Us, Lily? What'd you do there?
Occasionally worked the counter at Burger King. I mostly stay behind making the burgers, but I also worked the counter, and I got to see firsthand the
By making the burgers, you mean taking the frozen patties out of the freezer and just dumping them on, like, the heating unit, right? I mean, Jesus. Yeah, Canada has Burger Kings. They're probably higher quality food than America, to be honest.
sheer amount of fucking bile hurled at service workers. I got to see up close and personal just how bad shit was.
Oh, I got to see up close and personal for, like, a year how annoying working in retail and food service can be. But I'm still not gonna appreciate that I'm able to support myself not having to do those things. So... And yell at my fans for telling me to eat soup instead of being fucking grateful that they even give me attention. Fucking Christ. Toys R Us got... I think they went bankrupt? I think they kind of came back? I forget.
Sorts of fucking people calling me all sorts of fucking names. People screaming at me. People...
Obviously, Toys R Us went bankrupt because of Lily. I'm calling it. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, Lily. That was a joke, Lily. And Astrid, who is going to report back to Lily, probably.
demanding discounts. People taking half-eaten burgers back, demanding a refund. One bitch came in.
Oh, yeah, I hate people like that. I remember one time I was waiting in line at Wendy's, and some jackass kept coming over to complain about his food. It's like, bitch, I'm trying to order here. Could you step aside?
And with an empty burger container, wanting a refund because she didn't like the burger. And I was like, but you finished the burger. Well, I didn't like...
Okay, Lily, so shut up and do your fucking job like you told the lady at Tim Hortons. Just shut up and do your fucking job then, Lily. Oh well, some people are assholes to people behind a counter. Yeah, we know. A lot of us have fucking worked these same jobs. You're not special.
Finished it. On one day, and this was the day I quit, I got a back-to-back-to-back line of these fucking people. It was like the old folks home.
Blue Baron sent a super chat. Hard for me to believe they worked Burger King a year.
I doubt she lasted a year there either.
Home got out.
Oh, it's always women. It's always women Lily has a problem with, isn't it? It's always women opening their mouths and making sounds that she doesn't like, huh? That's what it seems to be, huh?
Just people complain. It's like people whining, complaining, demanding discounts, verbally assaulting me, demanding to speak to the...
I was verbally assaulted by someone who wanted a refund at Burger King. Oh God, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. Lily using first paycheck on MLP. Me using mine to buy a badass claymore.
Both of those things are very nerdy.
Manager, all sorts of shit. And I think it was like around halfway through my shift where some...
Well, they're asking for the manager, Lily, so you pass them off to the manager, and then it doesn't have to be your fucking problem. Be thankful you're not the manager. Being a manager of a fast food place must be a fucking nightmare.
Some guy came up giving the exact same thing and gave me the same
A guy for once pissed off Lily. Oh my God. Maybe they were secretly trans.
fucking line that a lot of my stalkers now give me. It's like, haven't you ever heard of having any passion for your work? I'd had enough, and I just decided, no.
Who the fuck said that to you at Burger King? Go fuck off.
No, I'm quitting. You can't pay you can't pay me enough to put up with this. And so
I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm quitting Burger King. I'm such a badass.
This is gold. This is fucking gold.
And so I looked him dead in the eye. I said, how about I drag you behind the counter and drown you in the fucking fryer? Is that...
I have a feeling you got fired, Lily, if you said that to a customer. I have a feeling you got fucking fired. And you're just saying, now I totally left with my head held high and never looked back at Burger King ever again. Lily, you're like a Dustborn protagonist. What is this?
Is that passionate enough for you? And then I stormed the fuck out. Went back a week later to collect my back pay, but yeah. I walked out. I wasn't taking that shit. And as you probably could probably tell.
Not back pay, it's just your last paycheck, you fucking retard.
That's the same attitude I generally take to my job at YouTube. I get a lot of verbal abuse.
It's the same attitude you generally take with anyone, anywhere, ever, apparently. You just told us that you are constantly annoying people and giving them a terrible attitude, that you're self-centered and narcissistic, that you think you can just tell people, like, fuck you, shut the fuck up and go do your job on your second day, and you wonder why everyone says you're an asshole. You're constantly confused by this. I have to go to work soon. We need to finish this up. I actually have to go to my in-person job, Lily, on a day I don't normally work because somebody needed me to cover. And I'm nice to my coworkers. And I like extra money. So I'm sadly going to have to go to my grueling job of kissing little puppies and giving them food.
Sent a super chat. Don't believe she has the stones to threaten IRL.
Yeah, right. She probably muttered it under her breath or something, you know? Well, there's always ads on YouTube Live.
The Artistic and Autistic Silver Star Archer sent a super chat. Bruh. Why are there ads on YouTube Live?
Because it makes me money. Sorry. I personally have YouTube Premium because I like YouTubers to get paid, but I also don't like ads. So YouTube Premium, fair enough. I probably watch YouTube more than anything else. So...
From a lot of people with both parasocial ideation and parasocial hatred of me. And
the fuck is parasocial ideation? You can't just use these words. Willy-nilly Lily. What the fuck does that even mean? She doesn't even use parasocial correctly anyway, but...
I don't take crap from any of them. I have my boundaries. They are firmly set.
I don't take crap from anyone. That's when I quit the
Angels
Burger
Art
King.
and Gaming sent a super chat. Yeah, nothing says you're good like assault.
Thank you for the super chat. I'm so badass and don't take shit from anyone. That's why I talked down to that struggling single mother when I worked at Tim Hortons. When I was 19 fucking years old and had no business talking to anybody like that. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't think this was gonna take the entire stream, but holy shit, bro. This is giving me a good laugh before I go into work, at least.
Alex celebrates 1 month of membership.
Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you.
If you can't fucking respect them, you go. That isn't to say...
You don't respect a single goddamn person in your life, Lily. You couldn't even be respectful to your fucking coworkers at the fucking Tim Hortons and Burger King.
Here comes Jacob sent a super chat. Willy-nilly Lily should be on a shirt.
You know, I have been thinking about making more merch. Maybe I'll put that on the list. I have a few stream sayings I want to put on shirts.
Danny Brown's Yard sent a super chat. Isn't parasocial ideation what you want, Lily?
What? Yeah, like...
Keep Talkin' sent a super chat. Got a word a day calendar, Lily?
I guess, yeah, she just constantly misuses these phrases. It sounds smart. She does have main character syndrome, like, completely. Like, oh, I can just come into your workplace on my second day and tell you to shut the fuck up, because I don't like you. Like, how do you get such unwarranted self-importance? How do you get like this at such a young age back then? Like, I suppose there's lots of Zoomers like that now, too. Like, oh, if I go into a job and they tell me something I don't like, I'm just gonna kick them in the teeth, and then they're surprised why they get fired.
That verbal abuse doesn't affect me. I've been verbally abused almost constantly for like 25 years of my life. It does affect you. It does affect your self-worth. Getting a torrent of...
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You have said worse things about me than I have about you, Lily. At least I criticize things you actually do.
Almost constant vicious hate mail and slanderous YouTube videos and people...
So, okay, you could just delete emails you don't like. I don't think my YouTube videos are slanderous. I respond to the things you say. You would know that if you actually watch my videos. Lily can't decide. She can't decide if Ant and I just play her entire videos silently, or we edit them and cut them up to make her look bad. She can't decide which it is. And she's never actually responded to our actual point. She just goes, no, you're just lying and transphobic and slandering me. I mean, I jokingly call it Lily slander, but you know. I got 10 more minutes on this video.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. This is why I'm glad Lily seems to have no desire to attend conventions. She self-reports that she is an angry, violent person.
Like she could afford to go to a convention anyway, and I don't think anyone would invite her and pay her way, so...
People pedo-jacketing me, it does affect me. I guess...
Lily, it's not pedo-jacketing when you literally wrote a fucking story about underage girls fucking and getting raped for clear sexual gratification. That's not pedo-jacketing. That's you actually writing that content and not owning up to it. And not apologizing for it, and doubling down on it, and you were totally jerking off to it, so shut the fuck up.
Told by random strangers that I'm an abusive tyrant to all my friends so many times.
You are. Do I need to play the video of you verbally abusing Lolo right now? Because I'm going to. I know I fucking put it on Twitter recently in response to somebody. Hang on a second. There. No, wait, that's Ants. That's my new Dragon Age fan art. Where the fuck is this video? Here it is. So, yeah, why do we think that you're a narcissistic tyrant to all your fucking friends, Lily? I wonder why we think that.
The hypothetical you watching the stream right now are a fucking moron, and you will fucking hate watch shit. I don't understand why people are like that. I do not get hate watching things, and it is literally my job to hate watch shit, but like, I get paid for it. What the fuck are any of you getting out of it?
Yeah, this is my job, but my job sucks. I don't recommend it to anyone. Sorry, didn't mean to. That's
alright. Just kind of used to it at this point.
Sorry, I was meant to say, like...
Denmark sent a super chat. Sigh, I can't believe you play Lily's entire videos backwards with screen filters and commentary entirely in subtitles. How could you steal from her?
I know, right? Doesn't understand, fair use.
Fucking game!
No, Lily, we gotta have the story first.
Please don't.
Sorry.
It's an actual problem. It's not fun to ban.
I wonder why people think you browbeat your fucking friends, Lily.
I don't understand why Game Freak is like this. Like, a lot of devs have this kind of problem, but Game Freak in particular just loves to hear itself talk. Time. Follow Arazu to the command. Okay, nope. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. We're done. You're not gonna give me an objective to go sit through more fucking dialogue. Fuck you.
Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
Please stop doing that.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, I wonder why people think you're a controlling fucking abusive tyrant to your fucking friends. If this is how you're willing to act with an audience toward this person, what the fuck are you like in private? Anyway, let's try to finish the audio before I have to go to work.
Times, I'm genuinely concerned that my friends do think that way about me. One of my friends, Ren,
if you were so fucking concerned, why do you act this way toward, like, everybody in your life?
like, in a conversation we had, like, a couple of months ago, actually said to me...
Igor sent a super chat. That was like a live leak video.
Somebody pasted that together, just all the instances in that stream of her, like, fucking abusing Lolo, and Lolo being completely cowed and afraid to say anything that would, like, it so much as irritate Lily. That's not a friendship, Lily. That's abuse. That's just abuse. That's all it is.
I just want you to know that you are forever a source of good thoughts for me. And I actually...
That's the only thing she can say to her friends. You're a source of good thoughts for me. It's all about what you can do for me. What does anybody get out of being friends with you, Lily, except fucking verbal abuse?
when I got that, because this is coming off several months of my own brain being Pavlov to think that my very existence is a burden, that I have to apologize.
Are you claiming somebody said that about you? I highly doubt it, but if that, and they were just sucking up to you for whatever goddamn reason people suck up to you for. I don't know how pathetic your life has to be to suck up to Lily fucking Orchard, but dear God, it must be dire.
Apologize for existing in someone's vicinity. And so hearing that, it cuts
Lily, I wish you would fucking apologize for existing.
through the self-loathing pretty quickly. It cuts through all the bullshit.
You don't apologize for super chats. I'm not Lily.
Oh no, don't send me super chats. It's so painful. And YouTube takes part of the cut for hosting me.
Well, she couldn't say on stream that she thinks Lolo is hot and often thinks about molesting her. Yeah, we know she's trying to get Lolo as her fucking side chick here.
The bullshit and all the gaslighting so quickly, and people have kind of noticed that.
Gaslighting. People telling you you're wrong about Kun and Chan. There's no gaslighting.
Lately, it's that I get a lot more emotional when people give me praise, or
Lily being emotional, go figure.
Kenim sent a super chat. Found your channel 2 days ago via the Lily vids after a friend showed me ants. It's hilarious to see her kick the ground like a kid in response, Lamau.
Oh, thank you very much for the super chat, and welcome. I hope you enjoy the streams and stick around. We like to have fun here. Next week I will be doing another react, but not to Lily. It's a third secret thing that you guys already voted on, but we'll be doing that next week. I was gonna do it this week, but then I agreed to go into work. So...
express a very sincere affection for me, and it was kind of a thing on Tumblr a little while back that very recently I got a pair of asks on Tumblr that said something along the lines of, how would you know when you're doing well? And I answered that generally I know I'm doing well when I don't hear anything from people. If I'm doing something wrong, it gets
I only hear from people when I'm doing wrong things, so if everyone is just silent, I know I'm doing okay.
When nobody's finally telling me that I have a terrible fucking attitude and an insubordinate asshole, then I know I'm doing well.
I get like either criticism or feedback from it, and then if things are doing well is usually when things go silent. Then that same Anon came back with, so what I'm saying is you judge yourself entirely by negative reinforcement, and that kind of hit me in the face. It's like, I had to sit back and go,
Well, Lily, you'd have to have something positive at all in your life or about yourself in order to feel positive things about yourself. Maybe you're a miserable fucking bitch because you're a miserable fucking bitch, and people have been telling you since you were 19.
PQA Signboard sent a super chat. You're drawing, I'm drawing, we're drawing buddies.
Yay! Thank you for the super chat. I'm glad. Again, I'm honored to be your background noise while you work on your own art.
wait, yeah, I don't really perceive compliments as a sign I'm doing well. I perceive the absence of insults, or the absence.
Yeah, Lily, because you've only ever been insulted because you're a miserable little piece of shit who is just a fucking pox upon anyone who has made the misfortune of encountering you, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I'm someone who can't take compliments very well either, and has self-esteem issues, believe it or not, as much as I, you know, put forth myself with bombast when I'm performing on stream. But, yeah, like, this is your own fucking problem, Lily, and you're just such a piece of shit. I don't know what else to say.
Sense of criticism, or the absence of feedback, as...
Stop complimenting me, Skrill! I will hand fight you next time we meet in real life.
The point where I'm doing well. And that was a bit of a watershed moment for me. Another instance of what something is that one of my main professional ambitions lately has been deprogramming myself. I mean, I'm an indigenous woman, but I grew up, like, really fucking...
If only you could deprogram yourself from being a miserable piece of shit. Maybe you should work on that instead of lying about your fucking race like you do. You are not indigenous, Lily. You maybe have a drop of native blood. That does not mean you are part of the culture or understand it, you know? I fucking have authentic Narragansett Indian wampum on my bookshelf over here right now. I'm closer to actual native things than you are. And I'm white as shit.
colonized and assimilated, and you know, I grew up very far away from my family's tribe. Just by virtue of living in a bigoted society, that means you got certain preconceptions that maybe aren't really yours, but
You think if you grew up on a reservation, you would probably be a better I mean, maybe you would be a better person if you grew up on a reservation, Lily, and had to actually fucking struggle in your life. But, you know. Not racism, Sabine, she's fucking white, and I'm pretty sure so are you, if you're Astrid, and you're just, LARPing, so maybe you should shut the fuck up, too.
Petunia Meadows sent a super chat. Thing is, this is valid therapy speak. But it's coming from Lily, so it's just really disingenuousness and sinister.
Yeah, it's like Poppy using therapy speak to manipulate people. I
And
hate it.
Guinness sent a super chat. I'm something of an indigenous woman myself.
We figured out she mistook indigenous for disingenuous.
but are still there and are kind of your responsibility to deal with. It was after ContraPoints had her Patreon stream where she ended up saying, well, just because people are offended when I continue to work with transphobes isn't enough of a reason for me to stop. And that was kind of the point where
Lily, you buddy up to your fucking conservative brother! Who also, like, weirdly is into American politics like you despite being fucking Canadian. What is the matter with the two of you, honestly? Stop talking about our politics! Deal with your own!
to the point where it's like, I sat back, it's like, she doesn't care about what trans people think of her. She cares what...
Neither do you. You're out there insulting Krim, who is trans, and saying Krim's a transphobe. You're out there buddying up to your conservative brother, wishing he'd give you a kiss on the cheek and a coffee. Like, the fuck, Lily?
is white people think of her. It's fundamentally, it's why the criticism wouldn't work, because she does not care.
Oh god, white on white violence, guys. Lily's out here saying, I'm pretending to not be white so I can say another white person is being an evil white person. It's really what it's all about. It's just so people can't do the thing to her that they try to do to me, going, buddy, you're literally a middle-aged white woman, so that makes you a Karen, and you can't say anything about anything. So she just pretends to be indigenous so people can't say that to her, because that fucking bullshit works on her, because she's part of that fucking culture.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Canadians are tsundere to American politics a lot.
Yeah, but like her brother is talking about like fucking American gun control, and it's like, you're Canadian!
It was that point I kind of made the decision that I was going to it's kind of like
Oh, you told Malcolm you didn't know he was trans, you thought he was just a gay dude. Yeah, Malcolm's base, though, would not fucking care. I like Malcolm a lot. He has a lot of similar views to me.
Program myself of all that stuff. You mostly of like racism. I wouldn't call myself racist, but I have put my foot in my mouth on more occasions than I care to admit. So I kind of made the
yeah, you'll never fucking admit you putting your fucking foot in your mouth, Lily, and that's really pretty much your biggest problem, is you put your foot in your mouth, and then you can't admit when you were wrong, even though when you're demonstrably proven to be wrong, you have to double down and go, no, it's all a conspiracy against me because I'm trans. I couldn't have been wrong about something I barely know anything about. You always want to be the smartest person in the room, but you never are. That's the problem. You are the embodiment of the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Decision, okay, I'm gonna deprogram myself. Like, you know, my previous professional ambition was getting like the silver play button, and I hit that milestone a while ago, even though I didn't actually get it for a while. But I decided...
Did you not get your silver play button? Even fucking Chris Chan got a silver play button. Lily, did they not send you yours? That would be fucking funny. You want me to use my Brooklyn voice when I'm being catty? I'm gonna almost get there.
From that point on, like, my next ambition is making my community a safe place for other LGBT people and people.
Your community is not a safe place for anyone, Lily. Especially those kinds of people, because you draw in vulnerable people, a lot of them are mentally ill or autistic, and then you abuse them, like we just saw you abusing Lolo.
Color. That's what I want to do. Make it unsafe and unfriendly to conservatives, and make it
So unfriendly to your brother, who you constantly hang out with and praise and buddy up to, just to spite your fucking sister that you both molested.
Make it friendly for people of color. And so I've been working on that for a while, getting invested.
Friendly for people of color! Hey guys! Hey guys! Where are my POC homies in the chat? Would you feel safe in Lily's community? And I hate saying POC, a lot of you know that. I'm being a goober.
New characters, reading books, and writing my own characters, and taking a lot of feedback on it. What ended up happening was somebody gave a piece of criticism regarding Ailey, like the main character of...
I take a lot of feedback, but it's really frustrating when my fans tell me to eat soup. But I'm really good at taking feedback, you guys. Despite me saying it's a boundary violation to recommend things to me, even though I'm a fucking reviewer. I really take feedback, guys. I take feedback, but if you try to give me money in a way I don't approve of, I will scream at you. What's the matter with you? Lily, this is why I keep reacting to you. Your fucking disease, disordered thinking is absolutely mystifying. And hilarious.
Sith Resurgence. She's on the Patreon page, actually. The Aska said, one thing that really bothers me about TSR is that Aeliana doesn't have any meaningful relationships with other black women. Her mother is dead, her relationship with Taraya and Jana is professional, at best, and her closest confidants are Ray and Poe. And I said, damn, that's a point. I'll keep that in mind in the future with both Ailey and any other characters I write. Thanks for pointing that out, Anon. I appreciate it.
I said, that's a good point, and thank you. Wow, Lily! You did the bare minimum of taking feedback for the first time in your fucking life because it was something you couldn't argue against without looking like, you know, a bigot. Wow.
Lil Rendran sent a super chat. Hello, I have $1.
Thank you. I got my little busker hat out, but yeah, we got a boogie because I really have to leave soon. So
policy. It's really just for my benefit because I acknowledge I have an ego, and so I just try to sidestep it. I've sort of internalized the fact that if somebody comes to me directly with a criticism, that's generally an indication that they already think I'm well-meaning but misinformed. They wouldn't be coming directly to me. If they thought I was being malicious, they would just...
You know, Lily, I really gave you the benefit of the doubt on a lot of things in my first video. But then the more I've reacted to you and the more I've listened to you talk and read your posts, like, my opinion has definitely fucking shifted. And I no longer think you're well-meaning. Like, at all. In any sense.
On Twitter, and that was it. So there's generally no reason to get defensive or
And you know, that's a very conservative thing too. Conservatives do that all the time. Like, well, if you really want to criticize me, you would contact me privately in a phone call or an email, you know, where I can control the discussion and no one else can see it.
Oh, sent a super chat. Guys, if we keep super chatting Sai, she can't legally leave.
But the puppies, guys! The puppies need me!
J. Marty sent a super chat. Bo is Latino?
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Poe in the Star Wars? Thought he was, or at least Space Latino? I don't know.
That you're not, that like, oh, it's like that you're trying or whatnot. They already know. People who come directly to you, they already know. They wouldn't be coming to you otherwise. So I was looking at it and I had to go back through the story and I was like, fuck, that's a point. How did I miss that? Like, that's such an, like, just like a personal gripe. That's such an easy mistake to...
Probably because you don't actually care about black people, Lily, and you just kind of pretend you do. I mean, you hang out with Sneaky Taffer, who once again made a burner account and started sending racist messages to people with the hard R N-word. So... that's one of the people in your inner circle, Lily. You might want to do some housekeeping.
And the fact that I made it is a little bit of ashamed of myself. It's like,
Redlow sent a super chat. I give appreciation money.
Thank you. I didn't even see that one coming in the chat. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. Thank you. That one delayed a little bit. Usually I can see him coming and can pause in my words.
Damn it. I took it on the chin. I was just, okay, good thing to keep that in mind. I actually have a...
I got a single criticism I really couldn't argue with or explain away, so I had to accept it. Everyone praise me!
Notes app of all the different points and criticisms I've gotten over the course of writing TSR. It's more notes than I would...
Maybe you should watch those streams making fun of your shit writing and how bad your action scenes are then.
I'd rather not make mistakes, but best I can do is learn from them. Anyway, the point is, I posted that, and then About, like, a couple hours later, I get this ask, and it was like, seeing how receptive and open you are to criticism from black women about Ileana is incredibly refreshing. You never—
I definitely didn't send it to myself, this ask saying, as a black woman, I praise Lily. Definitely didn't send it to myself. I am your god, black people.
or stay making excuses. Instead, you listen and you're grateful. As a black woman, while I do agree with the constructive feedback you've gotten about Ailey, I can't stress enough how much it means that you listen.
She even said it as a black woman! Lily, you are a walking stereotype of the worst kind of fake progressives.
So many times non-black writers will make a black character and say they care about representation, but as soon as they get criticized, they show their true colors. So I guess all that is to say is thank you.
Guinness sent a super chat. Taffer also made an alt and sent homophobic/racist messages to a friend of Finuk Archives on Tumblr. When caught, she left.
It was
Lol.
the same guy that Taffer was sending racist messages about before. For whatever reason, Taffer is like obsessed with this guy. And sending messages that, oh, you're friends with an N-word lover. Yeah, okay, that's a great trait for a middle school teacher to have. I don't even care anymore, Taffer. Fuck you.
Caring about us and defending us. I feel safe in your spaces. That's getting ever harder to find. When I got that ask, I was choking up, like, because I'm choking up now. Oh my fucking god! I'm just.
Guys, I was sent a totally real anon by a totally real black woman that I didn't write, and she said I was like a good ally, and I was such an ally to the black community, and I teared up, guys. I'm so progressive, you guys. Love me, black people. Validate me.
How we feeling about that, chat? How we feeling about that? Holy shit.
It's a 3-month-old ask. And I'm just reading it out for a fucking patron exclusive, and I'm fucking choking up right now. And yeah, like it means a lot because like I want like LGBT people and people of color to feel safe in my spaces. That's my professional ambition. Hearing that
I want them to feel safe in my spaces so they don't even notice the spider web I'm slowly wrapping them up in so I can suck out their blood for my own needs. Yeah, we know, Lily.
Doing it, despite my missteps, hearing that it's been working was really moving. And I've tried to train myself to not expect praise for this. Like I consider doing something like this to be the bare minimum, and you shouldn't expect praise for it. It should be what everybody does. But at the same time,
Doing what? Just writing a black character in your fan fiction? That is the bare minimum? I don't even know. That just tells me you just see black people as like little pawns to use in your progressive social games, where you just get to yell at other people about who is the more socially enlightened one.
but at the same time, I get this ask and I'm crying like a little bitch. And I'm still crying about it now.
Well, you are a little bitch, but for other reasons.
A couple months later, then all that stuff about how I largely perceive my own growth through negative reinforcement. And people kind of like talked about it and how I don't expect praise for anything I do. I usually expect
Oh, that Freudian slip right there. I don't usually expect criticism for anything I do. I mean praise. I don't expect praise. Yeah, that's what I meant.
criticism. I expect to be complained about. I've kind of been trained by like myself and like my parents and teachers.
You know, if people have been complaining about you your entire fucking life, no matter where you go, at every single age you've ever been, in every single scenario someone is complaining about you, Lily, that might be a fucking sign that you're the problem. You ever think about that?
And teachers from growing up, I've been trained less to seek approval as I have been to avoid punishment. And it's stuck with me longer than I realized. The fact that I get a near constant—
Well, that last part's true. Because you will just make up all sorts of bullshit about why Stockholm wasn't your fault to avoid punishment. We know.
deluge of people screaming at me all the fucking time has only ever reinforced that. But even when I know in my head that when people call me a pedophile or a groomer, that's just bog standard transphobic rhetoric.
It's not, Lily. It's not transphobic rhetoric if you actually do the thing.
Master Clockwork sent a super chat. Lily is overwhelmed by praise. Funny as hell.
Stop praising me. It hurts me. You need to whip me instead.
Cryohazard sent a super chat. I'll say this is a black person. We don't care about anything Lorch talks about. I care about good artists, animation, and video games that don't have politics in it.
Very well said, Cryohazard, and thank you for the $10.
When I know that, even when I know that when people call me abusive, it's because they don't like me and they're reaching for more excuses to.
I'm just gonna replay this again real quick.
You're gonna give me an objective to go sit through more fucking dialogue. Fuck you.
Fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out.
Please stop doing that.
Sorry.
Yeah, people call you abusive because your friends are constantly cowed around you, Lily, and afraid of saying anything that might piss you off even a slight amount. That is not a healthy friendship.
To justify themselves not liking me. I know that that's not true. I know that it's not worth listening to, but it still kind of cuts at you. You can only listen to people spew lies directly to your face for long enough before it starts to really fucking get to you. And
is that why you think you're gonna get to me, Lily? With all the bullshit you pull and say about me, is that why you think you're gonna get to me? Really? I would have to value what you think in order for that to get to me. That's the problem that you don't understand.
It's been a constant in my life. It makes you second guess yourself. It makes you triple check everything you do. It's admittedly part of the reason my output has slowed down. Part of it is the fact that I used to overwork myself. But another contributor to it was,
Guys, I overwork myself not having a real job for 10 years and doing nothing but YouTube. It's so hard. It's so much harder than retail. I know, because I worked in retail a collective total of 12 days once.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
that I was now going over every script and second guessing and throwing scripts out because I didn't think they were good enough. And
oh my god, you were actually editing your scripts? No! Go back to that, Lily! You need to do that!
because I was afraid that it would just get me more abuse for no reason, and I'd kind of been trained to just flinch constantly, and I'm always flinching, and it's affected me more than people like to.
And maybe you should get that eye twitch looked at by a doctor and maybe go to a better therapist to get the actual intense fucking therapy you need to unwind all your narcissism and your paraphilias. Maybe you should do that.
To admit. And when people say I should get a new job, those problems aren't going to go away. They're just going to become more dangerous. And so getting the reassurance that,
yeah, a real job can also be fucking stressful, but like fucking put on your big girl panties and deal with it, bitch. You're 32 years old.
that my efforts to improve myself and better myself and do better by the people who matter to me. Getting reassured that all of that is working.
Do better by the people that really matter. Yeah, like Lolo.
Sorry, didn't mean to. That's not good.
That's alright. Just kind of used to it.
Yeah. Like every time Lolo fucking speaks on her stream, she just goes coldly silent until Lolo catches on and just peters off and gives up trying to be funny. It's, or entertain the audience, or keep the stream interesting in any way whatsoever.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Lily's community is as safe as a Diddy party.
Got him! Oh my god. We were talking about Diddy earlier, weren't we, in the Discord? You can join the Discord, by the way, if you become a channel member or pledge on Patreon, though sometimes I have to put the links up on community posts because they don't automatically add people when they should.
God, fucking God, I'm doing it again.
Everybody feel bad for me. I'm totally crying real tears. This is definitely not crocodile tears at all. It's not hard. Oh my god. You guys, I am so emotionally moved right now. I'm totally crying for fucking real, guys. Oh my god, I'm definitely not acting right now. It's definitely not really easy to sound like you're crying over a microphone, guys. Like it's that fucking easy. Holy shit.
You get the point, right? I'm crying now, just like... It's the kind of illumination that you need when you're constantly being beset by a swarm. A swarm that is determined to hurt you for the sake of hurting you. So honestly, to like any...
Well, you are swarmed because you are just so fascinatingly idiotic, and you are a great springboard for talking about media because you get it so completely bafflingly wrong all the time.
Anyone who has ever told me that work meant something to them, or a video I made was important to them, or made them feel seen, or a character
How often do you actually hear that sincerely?
I wrote was cathartic for them, or that my efforts to deprogram myself are seen and appreciated. Thank you. That's honestly the
Please actually fucking deprogram yourself from your awful fucking behavior. That's really what you need to do.
best thing I could ever hear, and it really cuts through a lot of the bullshit. I save those comments, you know. I've got these things in a fucking folder. Well, that got a lot more personal than I
That's really fucking creepy, Lily.
was expecting.
Doodly Ding Dong TikTok sent a super chat. Here's some money to dry your very real tears, sigh.
Thank you, everybody. The more you send me super chats, the less I'll totally for real cry. Oh my god, I'm so emotional right now. I can't believe she thinks anybody is fucking buying this.
So, great first patron exclusive podcast thing. Yeah, great. It's fucking great.
This is only the first of a series? Oh my god, Lily, you're gonna do more of these? Because this was fucking hilarious. Please do. I've gotten fucking almost 2,000 views just laughing at you today. It's great. This was a normal art stream. I'm not even doing like a full big react. That'll be next week.
Great. Good job, Lily.
Yeah, good job, Lily. You really showed your ass with that one. Holy fucking god. I'll be looking forward to listening back to this one later because that was a lot. That was a lot I'm still processing. Anyway. Yeah, someone...
Mystic Blue sent a super chat. I had 2 friends like Lily, made me walk on eggshells. Couldn't face me to abandon me with a 2-year made essay for why I was bad. That's why I hate
Jesus
Lily.
Christ. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But yeah, I'm crying because somebody recommended me soup, obviously.
A pint of Guinness sent a super chat. Freaking Cartman sounding as tears. Lily.
I know! There were no tears in there. Go fuck yourself. You weren't even choked up.
Petunia Meadows sent a super chat. Lily is so sleazy and manipulative. I hate it.
I would love to rag on Lily more, you guys, and I really appreciate your super chats, but I gotta go. I got like 5 minutes to I got about 5 minutes to run out the door and go kiss puppies. Though if you are on the Discord, I will be posting puppy photos very soon. But anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you for laughing with me at Lily, and thank you for enjoying me drawing. I at least got one thing inked today. And we're listening to Lonely Star. It's a nice way to go out. Anyway, thank you all again, and I will see you tomorrow if you want to come for Dragon Age at 6 p.m. EST. Goodbye!